The only issue I have with this now is you have a two-man advantage, and you're basically playing guessing. You're praying for timing to work in your favor, and then it doesn't. If he plays like a one and done, or plays with a teammate, this never ends in a 3v3. But they had a two-man advantage, and he was playing an angle in the middle of the open, essentially, where he's hoping he gets the timing right. I'd rather take a safe position against a known angle that they could be coming from, and just take the one and done, and leave a 4v2. What the? Still have Maui's. That's how they lost the other anti-eco. Used all the utility, and they had a minute left in the round. And the problem, right? Just pointing out, they had all those Molotovs up. One of them's there, they're already past it. The other one's there holding one person. And now they have a flash and a molly. And there's 40 seconds up. So basically they just... Oh, did they smoke that too? They smoked back bomb. So they just basically give themselves enough room to get out into the open from T-Connector. Right? They cut off visibility so people can't see down this lane. You can't see down this lane either. And what's funny is if they just hold on to their smokes a little bit longer there, instead of trying to throw like a molly at T-Connector, if they smoke that out and just play close on the smoke, it screws everything up. You're jumping through smoke. They could have a guy like right here, you know, with a ladder set up, right? One in ladder room, one close ladder room, and one close smoke, or yeah, one close on the smoke. Like there's so many other options you have. Instead, what happens is they use all their smokes early. Then with 55 seconds left, they only have mollies. They molly this. The T's are already through it. Can't hold it. And don't forget, this all started, it was a 5-on-3. And they just played really weird fight. They played very, very weird two-man advantage positions. When Neo went up on the train. Went up on green. And then peeked that, and then peeked ladder, then peeked back. Then peeked that, then peeked ladder, then peeked back. And was playing for timing instead of just playing a guaranteed thing. Alright, so I actually really like this. After playing that anti-eco strat twice and it working both times. That strat, if we looked at what the smokes were, it basically cleared them out to come out T-Connector, right? Like pretty standard. I don't know if they know that VP doesn't like to play close. Like I feel like if they tried that against a Brazilian team, it wouldn't work because the Brazilian teams do a really good job of fighting connector control. They do. They have set CT sided plays to grab T-Con control. So we've seen the Astralis strat, right, where they smoke this off to let them come out this lane. Then they smoke this off, which is the visibility here, knowing that VP. And it's funny, we actually, now that I think about it, we used to play a CT setup that we called VP, where nobody crossed front bomb train. Like we had a line in the site that everybody played that side of. But when you don't play close on this, right, and those smokes are there, they run out. This round, I'm curious because it seems like they throw a lot of the same kind of smokes. Right, that's the smoke they cut visibility off with. Then there's going to be the smoke that lands back there. He's throwing. Yeah, that guy's throwing. But then instead of actually pushing up, they just sit. So they're T-Connector, and they're just going to sit here. Like if we pull up, just look at this. This is a straight line of 4 people just chilling. And look at this. They're just sitting here waiting. They wait the smoke out, and they're going to re-smoke Z. That guy tries to push the smoke. They're still just chilling. Look at that. And that's such a great change because, again, last time they did these smokes where they cut off visibility from these two positions, they pushed up, right? Like they ran up the lanes, they got up close with Tech 9s. Now they have rifles and an op, they could just sit here and chill. If I had driven to Atlanta, I would have loved to have sat down with Zonic and just asked, like, how much of a map like this is based on their knowledge of the other team.